Oh my god, I love myself. I'm obsessed with myself. I'm great. Hello. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, subscribe, all that stuff. I don't want to plug stuff too much in this video because I feel like it's a bit weird because it's a bit of a more serious video, so I don't want to be like, let me just turn the engine off. So I don't want to be like plugging stuff because I feel like it's a bit weird, a bit morally dodgy. So this video, as you can tell by the title, thumbnail, whatever, is all about my boob job. First of all, I just want to say that I'm literally just speaking from my own experience. I'm not saying that this is going to be the same for everyone who gets plastic surgery, and I'm not bashing anyone who wants to get something done or has had something done or is thinking of getting something done. I just want to be like completely honest about my feelings about what I've had done, and just a general honest chat about plastic surgery in general, because I want to do like some more actual serious stuff that I feel like could actually like maybe help someone, like even if it only makes like one person think more deeply about plastic surgery, then I know what those insecurities are like, so I'm not saying I'm going to change anyone's mind, but if it even makes someone think a little bit more about it, then I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to get on with it now and stop rambling. So I had my boobs done a year ago, like I said, but I just want to talk about some stuff that I feel like no one ever talks about. So first of all, one reason why I kind of do regret getting my boobs done is I watched a lot of videos before I got mine done because I'm into the gym. If you're new here, you might not know. If you're not, then you'll know I'm into the gym. And I watched so many videos to make sure that having them done, because I had to have mine under the muscle, wasn't going to hamper with my training in any way. And literally every single person that I watched a video talking about it said it made no difference to their training and they were literally still absolutely fine. Unfortunately, that's not been the case for me, and I don't know if anyone else has had this, so I just want to like put it out there so people are aware. If you are into the gym and thinking of specifically getting your boobs done, I cannot do any direct chest work. I never trained chest that much before, but I literally can't. I can feel the implants being pulled apart and it makes me feel nauseous. Like I can't do press ups, which when I got into the gym, that was one of the things where I was like, I want to be able to do a press up. I can't do them. Another thing that I really always wanted to be able to do was to be able to do a pull-up, like unassisted. No, because when I try, even like on the assisted pull-up machine, like trying to practice them, I can't do it. Like I get such a horrid feeling in my chest, I literally can't do them. I wish I'd been more aware of it before I got them done, basically. Also, I just want to say, I'm not like whinging about what I've had done. I know it's self-inflicted. I know I've done this to myself. I just, like I said, hopefully maybe make someone think a little bit more, even if it's not boobs, because I am just going to go on to plastic surgery in general. The second thing is, which is a massive thing at the moment, is breast implant illness. The UK like regulatory bodies are actually have said that they are going to go back and review the safety of implants regarding breast implant illness. If you're not familiar with breast implant illness, it's basically, there's a lot of women who have had implants who have unexplainable medical issues. Like there is no explanation for them, and following having their breast implants removed, their symptoms seem to have cleared up. It's stuff like fatigue, joint pain, chronic pain, hair loss, anxiety. There's like some mental health issue stuff in there as well. If you I don't know all the symptoms. If you Google it, there is a list of all the symptoms that people have reported and linked to their breast implants. Karissa, Pukkas, I don't know how to say her name, has like a 40-minute long in-depth with all the science and the evidence to kind of back up implant illness. She actually has had hers removed. I'm going to leave that video in the description box, because if you are thinking of having your boobs done, please, I'm literally like getting annoyed, please watch that video. It's not when you have a surgery, you have to sign a form thing that has all the risks on it, and you're basically saying, I'm willing to take this risk. Implant illness symptoms, absolutely no mention of it. Sheer amount of women who have had issues and once they've had their implants removed have been fine. It needs to be in the risks, in my opinion, but it's not. So please, please, please do your research on this. Now, I can't say for sure if I'd have known about this before I got my boobs done that I wouldn't have got them done, because I didn't know, and I don't know just how deep my insecurities were. So therefore, like, I'm not saying to anyone, if you know about this and you still get your tits done, you're stupid. No, I understand how deep those insecurities can be, but I really do wish I was aware of it. I don't know if it would have changed my mind, but it's honestly terrifying. And even if you have got them done, you've already got them done, it's good to know, good to be aware of it, because if you start getting any of these symptoms, you know what kind of route you could go down if you wanted to get them removed. I just think it's very irresponsible that it's not mentioned in the risks or in consultations and stuff with surgeons, because like my surgery was £5,500. I'm in a fortunate position where I feel like if I got really, really, really ill and needed to get them removed, I feel like I would be able to do that, and it would cost a lot of money. I think a lot of young girls that are going into it, they wouldn't be in that position. So I think just please, please, please research it. Please be aware, because it's honestly terrifying. Like, it really does scare me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it really, really does worry me. So that's another kind of regret slash thing I wish I knew before I got my surgery. Now is on to like the bit that's like probably most like personal. Like, this is very honest, so I don't know why I'm getting nervous, but like it's really like personal. So when I got my boobs done, like I said in the video, I really thought, oh my god, this is it, I'm gonna be so much more confident. Honestly, the first like 3 months of having them, it was like the honeymoon. It sounds weird, but it's like the honeymoon phase. I was like obsessed with them, constantly sending pictures to my friends being like, oh my god, look at how much they've changed. We're starting to wear certain stuff that I felt in my head, because this was all in my head, I felt I couldn't wear before because I didn't have the boobs for it. Not true. And then I got boobs and I was like wearing all this stuff that I'd always wanted to wear, and it was really exciting. And then I'd say after about 3 months is when Patricia Bright's spoken about this in her videos, and she described it as a slippery slope, and that is exactly what it is. I started just over analysing my body, my face, everything about me. I was like, like, I don't know if you can tell, my ears are uneven. Like, one of them sticks out more than the other. It's so stupid, but I was literally looking into like, how can I like get my ears even. I started looking at my hips, and I've got hip dips, and I was like, oh my god, all these girls on Instagram, they've got beautiful round hips. And I was like, oh, I want to get my hips filled out, blah, blah, blah. I started looking into that, and then that's terrifying. Like, BBLs are honestly terrifying. Like, wow. And then, what else? Started looking into getting my nose done, and literally I was looking into everything. I was picking out stuff that I'd never even considered an issue before. So I was really going down a slippery slope with it. And that's the one thing that no one seems to mention with plastic surgery is, if you don't love yourself, and I don't mean like, oh my god, I love myself, I'm obsessed with myself, I'm great. I mean, like, if you don't have like self-love, like if you don't love yourself with, let's say, an A cup, which is what I was, then you're not going to love yourself with double D's. It's literally like putting icing on a cake, but the cake is burnt and dry and horrible. I don't know how to explain it, but now I'm at a point where I can confidently say I honestly don't think I will ever get anything done ever again, because this is the one reason why I don't regret my boob job, is because if I hadn't have got my boobs done, I feel like I would have always wondered, I would have always been under the illusion that having plastic surgery and fixing things, you're not fixing anything because there's nothing wrong with these things, I'd be more confident and feel better. Having had my boobs done and gone through the experience, I know now it literally changes nothing. It fills you up with confidence and blah 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 for about a few months. In my case, again, this is just my experience, and then you kind of go down the slippery slope. But now I know, having had my boobs done, that there is nothing I could get done that would make me more confident, and I just need to love myself in the skin I'm in. I need to love the bump in my nose, I need to love my uneven ears, I need to love my hip dips, which actually, to be fair, I actually do quite like them now. And it takes time with this kind of stuff, but honestly, I'm not bothered about these things as much anymore. They really don't, they're not consuming. One of the questions I got asked was, do I think social media has an impact with plastic surgery? 100% it does. One thing that really annoys me, I'm very much a person of do what you want, I don't really care unless you're harming someone else, and I do think this is genuinely harmful. Surgery, cosmetic surgery companies, particularly ones abroad, seem to do it more than maybe ones in the UK, will contact influencers, people with a bigger following, and offer them surgery for free in return for them promoting it. I don't agree with promoting plastic surgery full stop, whether you paid for it or not. I think you should 100% be honest about what you've had done, because otherwise you're giving people unrealistic body goals. I don't know, I feel like there's a tipping point between being honest and then actively encouraging people to get plastic surgery. Something about having surgery done and for free and promoting it in return just doesn't really sit right with me. That's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but yeah. But I 100% think social media has a really bad effect on people, especially when it comes to plastic surgery and stuff, because no one ever seems to talk about Twitter, but I'm going to talk about Twitter. Twitter, it seems to be, and I'm guilty of it myself, I love a bit of like self-deprecating humour, I do find it quite funny, but Twitter seems to be a place where it's cool and it's trendy and it's edgy to like hate yourself and want to change everything about yourself. Someone will post a picture and they'll have like a really cute little like ski slope nose, and someone will quote tweet and say something like, oh my god, I would die for this nose, and it'll get like 40,000 likes and stuff. I don't know, it's just sad. And obviously everyone's experience will be different, and maybe for some people it really does change their life, but I just want people to be aware that plastic surgery, cosmetic procedures, they're not all they are cracked up to be. Like I said, if you don't like yourself with a bump in your nose, if you don't like yourself with hip dips, if you don't like yourself with smaller boobs, then you will not like yourself with bigger boobs, tiny little nose and perfectly rounded hips. Like that's the point really. When it came to my reasoning for getting my surgery done, and I feel like a lot of us lie to ourselves when it comes to this. Everyone always says if you do it for the right reasons, you know, do it, and I completely agree. If someone has told you you need to get this done and then you go and get it done, please don't do that. That's so silly. But on the other hand, people say do it for the right reasons, do it for you and no one else. Just do it for you because you want it done and it's got nothing to do with anyone else. But you can't, in my experience, I can't isolate that, because my sister said to me once, she was like, this was when I told her like I was serious about wanting my boobs done. She said, if you're saying that you are doing this completely for you and it's not about anyone else and it's not about anything that anyone's ever said to you, but if you had been brought up in a room with no media, no social media, and people hadn't been nasty, because I've never been like bullied for having small boobs, but people have always made comments about my small boobs. It's just something that I've put up with, and I think I always laughed it off, but it definitely did used to upset me. I mean, it clearly did upset me enough to end up getting surgery. But my sister said to me, she was like, if you were in a room, no social media, no media, that's how you were brought up, no one none of your friends or anyone teased you about having small boobs, would you have thought there was an issue with them? I was stumped because I was like, well no, obviously I wouldn't. So I feel like I definitely lied to myself with that, thinking that I was completely doing it for me, because that's just not true. If no one had ever said anything about how small my boobs were, then I wouldn't probably have got them done. Yeah, if we were not brought up in a society where certain things are praised at the moment, that's round hips, massive arse, tiny waist, tiny nose, reasonably sized boobs, I'd say, are in at the moment, then we wouldn't see anything wrong with a bump in the nose. We wouldn't see anything wrong with smaller boobs, saggier boobs. We wouldn't see anything wrong with hip dips, blah 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 blah. But we're brought up in a society that teaches us, whether we notice it or not, that there is something inherently wrong with those features, and there isn't. And like I've said, there's nothing wrong with those features, and if you don't love yourself with all these flaws, which aren't flaws, it's what makes you you know. God, I sound so motivational right now. This is honestly hilarious. But yeah, if you don't love yourself with all these like imperfections, then you're not gonna love yourself when you get rid of them. Instead of pushing plastic surgery, would rather push really trying to like love yourself and love the things that society, friends, family, whatever, have led you to believe is inherently wrong. I'm not bashing anyone, like I said at the start, I'm not bashing anyone who wants plastic surgery. It's not like that. I think I'm a big believer in do what you want as long as you're not harming anybody else. Be aware of the risks if you want something done, but at the same time, honestly, just have a long hard think about it. I really wish I had A, been aware of the implant illness thing, B, being aware of the gym thing, because it sounds so stupid but that really does annoy me, like. And don't give in to like the social media pressures, because at the end of the day, if we all give in to these social media pressures in general from like TV and films and stuff, then we are all going to end up looking the same, and that's a bit boring, and that's not something I wish to happen in the world, to be honest. But yeah, so I hope that has maybe helped someone or made someone think a little bit deeper about plastic surgery, whether it's the boobs, the nose, the hips, the bloody ears, eye sockets, facelift. Again, nothing against anyone who wants to get something done. I understand the insecurities, so I'd be a big fat raging hypocrite to be like, you're an idiot for getting stuff done, just think about it carefully. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and you can, or even not follow me, just message me if you have any questions about plastic surgery, and I will answer you on there, or you can comment them down below and I'll try and answer them. Yeah, this is just my 2 cents on the situation and my kind of little regrets with my boobie? With my breast augmentation, if we're going to be all scientific. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like I said, message me on Instagram if you've got any questions. But yeah, thanks for watching.